All right, all you snowboarders of the internet, we're back. We're live. It's Friday the 24th. I think it's Friday. I hope it's Friday. I don't really know what day of the week anything is anymore. I haven't worn pants in like a month. I don't know about you. But anyways, we're here. We're doing this. You guys know how this goes. If you super chat, you get a spin of the wheel. Here's what today's prizes are on the wheel. We got 4 jumbo sticker packs, 5 sticker envelopes. You can get 3 stories from me as well. And we got 6 stickers, as well as a mystery chance draw for a bonus prize. And I put up a subscription, a year's subscription, unlimited to Masterclass. It was buy one, get one for me. So I've got a free subscription to one of you if someone wants that to win that, so you can learn a new skill or something while you got this downtime. So anyways, that's kind of what we got going on there. So that's for the people that super chat. I think next week I'm going to try to work on prize packs for people that don't super chat. So I got to kind of figure out what we're going to do with that for next week. Also, Kevin and I recorded a new podcast. The audio version will go up on Monday. The podcast segments will start after that. And we've started in on doing the product preview podcasts for you guys. So I think we're only up to the letter B, and we haven't even gotten to Burton yet. So we're still working our way through the catalogs and everything that's out there, but we'll be putting out those podcast segments as well. And possibly Kevin will actually be here for a live stream, maybe not next week, but the week after that. So we're going to see what we can do. If you have any questions, put them over in the chat box. If you're on desktop, laptop, whatever, if you're on mobile or tablet, it will appear below the bottom of this. So put them there. I'm going to try to answer questions as we go along. Also, we're trying to raise money, so anything in Super Chat, I'm donating a good portion of the money to my boy Bruce that flipped his truck. He's between houses, and he was going to be living in his truck for 3 weeks before he went to Alaska, and now he's flipped his truck, so he doesn't have a house to live in, even if it was his vehicle. So we're going to try to help him out with that, as well as I think right now I'm looking into how to donate to the local food shelter so that I personally don't have to go drop stuff off. But I think in the future we're going to be raising funds for different mountain town communities and their food pantries going forward with these live streams. So we want to do that. Also, if you're looking for things to do to help snowboarding right now while you got all this downtime, you can always check out the Snowboarding Community Fund. It's a great way to just help all the freelancers in snowboarding. Nitro organized it on GoFundMe. They're just trying to raise money to guys that probably aren't going to get an unemployment check or anything like that. So there's that. We've raised over $10,000 through that. Personally, we've donated almost $300 to that. So there's that. If you have old goggles, you can always go to gogglesfordocs.com and find a hospital that might take your old goggles, and that way, you know, that helps them with PPE. And then if you personally want to just try to do something, reach out to any senior citizen home and see if they're doing telecommuting with senior citizens, so that maybe you can adopt a grandparent, talk to them because they're super friggin' lonely. Just a good thing like that. Plus, it gives you an interaction with someone you don't know, and they might have some good things. Personally, I feel like we've adopted Jim and Ted at Shred Ahead Snowboarding. Those are my new grandparents. They're all of our grandparents. They're snowboarding's grandparents. We've adopted them all. So there's that. Let's see. You can also, like I said, donate to your local food shelters, food pantries, stuff like that if you want to. They are taking food donations, things like that. So, you know, if that's what you want to do. Anyways, we got one super chat already from Raul Duke. Headed to the doctor. Wish me luck. Don't get the Rona, buddy. We're giving you a spin. I know you don't want that sticker pack, so we'll leave that on there. But good luck. Good luck. All right. Let's see what we got here for questions. Luke Guilford, what's your take on 3BT? 3BT is unique, and some boards it works, and some of their boards it doesn't. Like, you get on it and you realize it's so fucking loose that it just doesn't grip. I love it on their powder boards. I think that it creates a full hull-like shape. It really funnels it around. On their stiffer boards, it's okay because you can compensate with it. On their really soft boards, they're just so loose and sloppy. It's really out there, so it kind of give or take. It's not for everyone. That's the big takeaway that you should have with 3BT is it is not for everyone. It's one of those things, if you can try it before you buy it, definitely do it. If you can't, you're taking a risk. Make sure you're calculated with that risk if you want to get one of those boards. The good thing is they are selling stuff at 40% off right now. So yeah, Okay. Let's see. Ole Venom, have you tried some pow surfers? In case, which ones, and what do you think of them? I've tried pow surfing once on a friend's that was like custom made. I mean, it's interesting. I'm really lazy and I don't like hiking, so it's not for me. But yeah. Anyways, there's that. Let's see. Next question comes from Fletchtown. Okay, serious question. What's the deal with the 2021 gear reviews? Have you and Kevin tested anything, or are you going to hope for an early start next season and cram it all? There's 31 2021 products that have been written already. The early written reviews will drop on angrysnowboarder.vip June 1st, one a day through the whole month on there. So I've written Battalion, Borealis, one Rome, almost all the new Rosinal stuff, Kemper, some Marhar, and some Capita. So there's that. Yeah. All right. Paul Falconbridge. International postage nightmate if I win. I think you mean nightmare if I win. Spin that thing, Avran. You got a story. I'm going to tell you guys about the time I got a really fucked up concussion. So this is my senior year of high school, so this was 2001. And I was riding at Holiday Valley where I grew up in New York. And so they have two runs, Moonshadow and what the fuck is the other one that's right next to it? Morningstar. Moonshadow and Morningstar. So Moonshadow used to have a terrain park on it. And they would do like those offset woo lips, so you'd have the tall side and the small side, but they would be the exact same. They'd be right next to each other. But one side would pop you higher usually didn't do shit. So I'm like, fuck it. I'm going to send this thing to the moon. I go up above where we normally drop in, and there's two trees, and I just grab them and just board across pull. And it was at that point Avran knew he had fucked up. So anyways, I come into the lip, and as I popped a little too toe heavy and proceeded to just sort of, it was icy too, and I just sort of slipped, and I realized I'm coming in head first to the fucking landing. I hit so hard in the ice, there was a crater where my head hit, and my friend Nate found me, and I was just walking around like high stepping, like I can't see the ground, 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 and he's like, dude, I don't think you're doing so good. And I was like, where am I? And evidently I was like walking around. And so he realized I was definitely concussed. So he's like, how you getting home? And I was like, I don't know. I think I'm supposed to drive. I don't know. He's like, I'll give you a ride. So he drives me home and drops me off. I guess he talked to my dad. I don't remember this. The only thing that I really remember was that I'd eaten a jumbo family-sized Caesar salad, and I proceeded to projectile vomit that into a 5-gallon pail and fill it to the top. How one man eats that much Caesar salad, I don't know, or how it comes back out. Still completely unexplained to this day. So moral of the story, if you're going to get too gnarly for your own good, do not eat Caesar salad. That shit burns when it comes back up. Burns. All right, let's see. Hunter Green, thinking of going to New Zealand to quarantine with a friend / snowboard this summer because it's their winter. Are they even allowing flights in right now? I don't think they are, but remember, if you do, you've got 2 weeks that you're going to be mandatorily, you have to go into a voluntary quarantine, and they might even extend that more. Plus, I don't even know if they're going to open the resorts. It's still like a 50-50 down there, so good luck with that. J-Raz, I'm in and out today. Have a great weekend, everyone. Lose a turn. You have a great weekend, girl. All right. All right. Let's see. Oh, here we go. Ivan Drago, I must break you. Spin the wheel, please. Oh, I love this. Got Ivan Drago in here. Ivan, you get a sticker envelope. Email me, info@angrysnowboarder, and I will get that in the mail for you. Zeppelin 481, have you ridden the Arbor Crosscut yet? No. I have not ridden the Arbor Crosscut yet. Kevin and I were actually looking at the Arbor catalog yesterday just to see what was going on when we were starting to record the 2021 product preview podcast. And I need to ride that for sure. Dustin Dingman, thoughts on the Cap and Outsiders? I always like the Outsiders. I mean, you get traditional camber with it. It's a good mid-flexing, snappy board with a good side cut. Like, you can rail a turn, you can pop off a lip, hit transition. It's just, it reminds me of like an old school cambered snowboard for the most part. So yeah. Let's see. Tim Parker, does Prior Snowboards have a pro team trying to settle an argument? I don't know. Go to priorsnowboards.com and see if that's something you want to see if they've got one on there. I don't even pay attention to that. So yeah. All right. Let's see. Okay. All right. Okay, Rob Gams, Avran, thoughts on the Iguchi Pro Camber, wanting to move into something more off-piste, free ride, all mountain oriented. Don't ride much park at all. Consider myself a strong intermediate rider. I think that's solid choice right there for you. Kevin swears by it. He's like, yeah, it's a solid board for like an intermediate advanced rider. You can put just about anyone on it. So, yeah, definitely go do it. Jorge Morales, is that a Borealis Dracar behind you? Yes, this is right here. 156 Dracar right there. So I've ridden it. There will be a review coming of it. That board was fun. That was super fun. I really enjoyed that board. So, yeah. Okay, David Barnes. The confession to repent for your sins has been sent in. Yes, I got your voicemail today. I don't know. Maybe we should play your voicemail on the podcast. What do you think, David? Should we do this since you called in to repent your sins?
Hey, Angry. It's David Barnes from Sheffield, UK, calling in to confess my snowboarding misdemeanors. So, here we go. Number one is that I actually have a soft spot for K2 Clicker. And I thought about trying the new version for this coming season 2021, if only out of interest. I'm sorry. I know that's bad, but it does get worse. I used to be into the Good Ride.
Oh!
And I've read a huge number of their reviews.
Oops, forgot. This will cut out if I don't.
As if that weren't terrible enough. When I was
Can
younger,
everyone hear this?
I entered a snowboard graphics design competition, and my submission still makes me sick to this day. The design had a drawing of a pair of skis on one end of the board, and a drawing of a snowboard on the other end of the snowboard. In the middle was a heart and two hands shaking. I guess I wanted to represent that the two groups should make up back in the day.
Oh, man. Making the two groups make up.
But I was young and stupid, and we will never see eye to eye. Anyway, I hope that I can be forgiven. In my defense, some of my redeeming things that I've done include stopping reading The Good Ride, subscribing to Angry DIP, and lastly, but by no means leastly, I crashed into a French ski instructor at some speed, nearly breaking her legs. I actually think she was okay, as I saw her on the slopes later in the week, but I did my best. So, that's my lot. Am I forgiven? That's the question. What does Father Angry say?
Father Angry says that you must repent for your sins by drinking 2 Zimas and praising my son in shred, Randy. Otherwise, all sins are forgiven, my child. Thank you for your contribution to snowboarding. That would have been way funnier if I actually had a priest costume. My brother said he might send me one, though, so that's pretty funny. But I appreciate that you people are actually calling in and leaving voicemails. So that's pretty funny. Let's get some more questions going on here. Let's see. Hunter Green, have you tried any of the Burton 3D shaped boards? I heard the Burton 3D Fish, and I'm stoked. I haven't. Kevin has, and I know a few people that have gotten the 3D Fish. So you're going to get, with that 3D shaping, it's going to plane that better on snow and actually funnel it out. So it's really, really solid. All right. Sam Bradbury, Avran, thoughts on boards for the youth? My mini-me is progressing fast and has outgrown his current board. So the Rome, like there's a lot more stuff for tweeners now. So they're not like kids boards and they're not like a youth or like an adult board with just a smaller size. They're like actual tweener boards. So Rome has a really good one. Burton has some really good stuff. Nidecker has some really good stuff. Battalion has stuff if you wanted to put them on something with 3BT for next year. There's a bunch of options out there. The bigger thing is making sure that it has a full wood core, because some of those ones, some companies cut corners and they put like a softer foam core in there. And what that does is if the kid actually knows how to ride, they end up just breaking them all the time. So yeah. Let's see. Okay. Ole Venom. There's a Burton Custom X 2009 with bindings available for what equals around $20. Should I get it for a rock board? Shit, man. It might not have even been ridden hard at all. You might be able to go get yourself something that can just go rip a hard turn with camber on it. $20? What are you fucking out? I'd do it. Yeah. All right. Jorge Morales, that's awesome, man. I have a Borealis Marauder. Only have a couple days on it, but it's a blast. Super smooth ride with just enough power to get some nice cars. And the Marauder was surprisingly stiffer than I thought it was actually going to be. Like that thing rips. Like I've ridden that. That's fun. Okay. Let's see. Okay, Matthew Everly, what defines beginner, intermediate, advanced, expert level riders? Is it subjective to personal opinions, or is there a standard? There's kind of a standard. So, like, a true beginner is your never-evers to people that are still using rental equipment, and maybe they can make it down on mellow green run or blue run or whatever. I don't even know what the fuck red's expert over here. So basically, like a green, maybe mellow blue, whatever runs, like that stuff that's maybe like a 21 to 23 degree pitch, something that's not too stiff. They can skid a turn, and they think they're linking turns, and they think they're carving, they're not carving, but they're still prone to catching edge, and they have no clue how to actually control their speeds. A beginner understands how to control their speeds, can actually put a board on edge, and understands how to link turns and how to stop, and can ride uneven terrain fairly well and compensate for it, but they don't really like going into steeper, more uneven terrain. And an expert, someone that's just really not afraid to push it to the limit. No terrain will really bother them. They know that they can do it. They also know their limitations, so they know when to back down and whatnot, and they know how to pick and choose a line so that they don't get fucked up. Yeah. So, yeah. Torrent Harris, do we try and bring back a retro top sheet for the Marhar contest? You can design whatever you want. So just so you guys know, Marhar Snowboards has a design your own board contest. Winner will get a snowboard. You can go to marharsnowboards.com or follow them on Instagram or Facebook or wherever at Marhar Snowboards, and they've got that going on. I strongly recommend people go check that out if you're a creative type and you need something to do. So also, Kevin is in the chat, so if anyone hasn't caught on yet and you have questions for Kevin, he will be typing answers over in the chat. So if you want to do that, let's see. Rob Gams, follow-up question, Iguchi Pro Camber versus Kazu Pro versus Jones Mountain Twin. So the Kazu will be the stiffest, most aggressive one out of those three. Then it's kind of a tie between the Iguchi Pro Camber and Mountain Twin. I would probably put the Iguchi Pro Camber just a little bit above the Mountain Twin. Just in terms of aggressiveness and flex, it really comes down to what you want. The Kazu is not a board for most people, I've realized. It's got a lot of camber. It's a very aggressive board. It's a great board, don't get me wrong. I love the way that thing rides. It's just not for everyone. You got to ask yourself, do you want to bring your A game like 95% of the time, or do you want to bring your A game more like 80 to 65% of the time? So if it's like 80 to 65, that would be the Iguchi or the Mountain Twin. If you want to bring it more, then you definitely want to bring it with the Kazu, and that's where you got to kind of ask yourself there. Let's see. Okay, I think we're caught up on those questions. Let's see. Seth B. Aspen, have a T-Race Pro and a 55 at 200 pounds and 5'10". It is a little small for all mountain board. Thoughts of changing it up to an E-Jack, Maelstrom, Flagship, or other suggestions? So the E-Jack and the T-Race Pro, especially because you had the 55, that whatever you get in the E-Jack is going to feel very comparable to that 55 T-Race Pro, like flex-wise and ride. They're going to feel similar, just different camber profiles. You probably be better off with a Maelstrom or Flagship. I mean, you're looking more all mountain, probably a Flagship, because the Maelstrom has more taper to it, longer nose, more upkick in the nose and stuff. Great board, not for everyone. The other thing is you got to look at your boot size too with the Maelstrom because of that taper. It can be affected with it. So I think like a 10-10-5 size boot is kind of pushing it depending what size Maelstrom you get. So there's that. Ivan Drago, question on the katanas. The disc looks like a mini disc, but looks like it should accommodate slambacks at the very ends. That shouldn't be an issue, should it? It's bigger than most normal mini discs, so it's bigger than like a Union or a Ride, but not by much. And I should actually know the answer to this question, but I haven't pulled out a board with slambacks to see if the discs will actually fit on there. So, unfortunately, I think I'm kind of blowing it on that. Theoretically, I think it's close. It might be a really tight fit. Unfortunately, I can't give you a definitive answer on that. In the Welchman with the super chat for Bruce's new truck, dude. All right, what do we got here? Woo! Mystery prize chance draw for Ian. Putting your name in the hat there, bud. So, yeah. Put that in there. You're the only one in there, so, you know, you got a 100% chance of winning. So there's that. Yes, we are doing mystery chance draws on the wheel, super chat wheel. Oh, shit. No. Rewrite that. Yeah, so we are doing that on there, so yeah. Okay, well, Jorge Morales answers, katanas fit on my U.S. Cadet slamback. So there's the answer right there. Yes, the katanas will fit on a slamback. So there. Michael Kulig, Avran, hey man, hope you're well. You think we're going to see lower production numbers from companies this year due to issues with getting the raw materials shipped to them? Yes, I think we're going to see issues across the board in all industries, not just our own, which is fine because I think a lot of brands actually overproduce. I think underproducing and driving up demand will cause people to want to buy sooner. And it's like, well, I have to buy it now because it won't be on sale versus the people that are like, well, if I just wait 6 months, it'll be on sale. So there is that. Oh, all right. Adam Cole, is it okay to put a Ruroc sticker on the base of my skate banana? The bigger question is, why do you have a skate banana and a Ruroc sticker? Really questioning your life choices there. All right. Shred Ahead Snowboarding, quick shout out to say thanks for Family Connection, Jim and Ted. Your industry knowledge is the top. No, guys, your life experience is the top. #1 channel in snowboarding, in my opinion. And I love the fact that we snowboarders of the internet are adopting Jim and Ted as our surrogate grandfathers in snowboarding. And if you haven't subscribed to Shred Ahead Snowboarding, you should, because they do drop nuggets of wisdom in all their videos. I try to watch everything. Support those guys. It's really good for beginners, too. If you got friends that are just starting out, it's like having a gentle grandfather describe things to you. It's amazing. Like, from here on out, all beginners should just be forced to watch that. It'll put life in perspective. So shout out to them. Okay. Ding Kang, I got the commissioner, was choosing between the Ride Mountain Pig. What's the difference? So the biggest difference is Mountain Pig is slightly more volume shifted. Commissioner has the metal top sheet on it. Different side cut. The flex patterns are different. In my opinion, the Mountain Pig is more aggressive in flex than the Commissioner, but the Mountain Pig is a damper ride than the Commissioner because the Commissioner with that metal top sheet, all the vibrations and everything. And all right. Ivan Drago. Drago did not break Brucey's truck. I like that fact that he didn't do that. All right. You're in the mystery prize pack chance draw. Ivan Drago. So there we go. All right. So there we go. All right, let's see. Okay, Mark DeCorso. I think Rod is 50% off right now with a code. I haven't seen anything from Rod, but everyone is marking stuff down. We've hit actual sales season time, so there's potential for that right now. I know there's a ton of killer deals out there on everything that's going on. So if you are looking for something, you can definitely find it out there. It's crazy how many deals are going on right now, especially all you people that are trying to get decent goggles. Like, decent goggles are going to be selling so cheap here this month and through the summer. It's going to be amazing to be able to pick up like something with a high optical quality. All right, I think we're kind of caught up on questions. So if you got questions, pop them over in the chat over here if you're on laptop, PC, desktop, Mac, whatever. And then if you're on tablet, phone, whatever, it shows up at the bottom of the chat. Really like to answer your questions. There's only about 60, 80 of you guys in here, so it's not as busy as Wednesday's live stream. But we're trying to answer your guys' questions. So I feel like some people haven't tuned in yet. So, yeah. All right. Phil Peacock, but Outdoor Masters are only $40 on Amazon. Yes, but for $49.99, you could get a 2-year-old pair of Oakleys or Smiths with an extra lens that won't fry your eyes. Which reminds me, I will be finishing up in the next week or so the goggle video I promised. I've been promising for months, where I actually take the high-intensity laser and show distortion and everything like that. So we're working on that. I know I've got goggles over there. I've got a pellet gun to shoot them so that I can show you guys what happens when you actually hit a lens with about 5 to 10 pumps on the BB gun and whatnot. So that's all going to happen right there. Okay, Michael Kulik for the return of pipe jerseys. God, I want pipe jerseys to come back. Ooh, you're in the Masterclass chance draw. So, yeah. I don't know if that's your thing. If you want to do that, I will let you substitute prize packs on there too, because I'm just going to draw the same hat on everything. But that is one of the prizes that people can win. Rather than have 2 chance draws on there for a mystery pack, I'm offering a year's subscription to masterclass.com. It's the unlimited subscription because I bought one for myself. So, yeah. All right. Patrick Noah for the truck fund. Saw some girls in my apartment complex in Denver with boards strapped to their car. Almost yelled at. You need to yell at those dumb twat waffles. Fuck. All right, Patrick, you got a jumbo sticker pack. Shoot me an email. I'll get that in the mail to you. And, we'll do that. But yeah, dude, I re-downloaded like a bunch of dating apps because it tells me when chicks from outside the area are actually up here. And I'm like, why the fuck are all you dumb twat waffles fucking coming up here from Denver and spilling your Rona cooties all over the place? Fuck, stay home. All right, Vanessa Tracy, another story. Let's see what we got here. Spin again. Oh, you got it, Vanessa. Story time. Tell you about the time because you're a single lady and you'll appreciate this. I matched with a chick on Tinder that wanted to go on a shred date. So I was like, oh, okay, well, I mean, she looks like she had some outerwear. I was like, oh, maybe she can ride. So we were supposed to meet up at 9:30 in the morning at Breck. That way I could go make like a lap or two. Maybe it was 10 o'clock. It was enough time for me to go make like 2 or 3 laps with the boys and then meet up with her. So I shoot her a message and I was like, hey, where are you at? She's like, oh, I'm coming down this run. I should be there soon. So I'm like, okay, I'll just wait at the bottom. I'm wearing this, and this. So I sit there. 15 minutes goes by. I haven't heard from her. Send her another message. Hey, where are you at? She's like, oh, I'm like halfway down. My friend fell. Oh, okay. Half hour goes by. Hit her up again. Where are you? Blah, blah, blah. And finally, I just asked her, I was like, do you know how to snowboard? And she's like, well, I've been snowboarding for like 15 years. And I was like, but do you know how to snowboard? And she's like, well, I was kind of hoping you could give me a free lesson. And I was like, honey, this ain't UNICEF and we ain't charity. Go pay for a fucking lesson. I got better shit to do with my time. You just cost me an hour of my day that I could have been smashing laps. So I did that. Dude, and the best part was that night she came into the liquor store when I was working and I had to ID her. And I was like, oh, this is fucking awkward. Whew. Dodged a bullet on that one, though. All right. Let's see. Cynthia, here's one. What's the most important thing you look for in a new pair of goggles? Optical quality. So a lot of people don't, you hear about this, high definition, whatever. Optical quality. The big thing is to take the goggle, not put it on your face, but hold it up, squeeze it at the sides, and push it a little bit and see what kind of distortion happens in the lens. Because you got to realize when you put it on your face and the strap's pulling it, you're going to get some distortion in there. So optical quality, and then making sure that you get the right lens color for the conditions. Like I have 7 or 8 different lenses and about 5 different pairs of goggles, all with high-end lenses. And I have like flat light, low visibility, flat light, high visibility, slightly overcast visibility, springtime, super sunny, and like glacial are like the big ones that I use, so that way, and then I have in-betweens for those so that I can figure out what I'm doing. So that way I'm not hurting my eyes out there when it's like, oh, it's high visibility, high sunlight, and I'm like just squinting because I didn't pick the right one. And that's kind of the big thing. After that, it's making sure that they fit your face. Like you obviously don't want a big gap on the inside of your nose in there, and you want to make sure that it fits with your helmet, your beanie, everything like that, your face mask, and what you got going on. All right. Jack Ripper, I hope you're doing well. I appreciate what you do. I appreciate the super chat. Woo, mystery prize pack for Jack Ripper. You're going in, bud. So there you go. Into the chance draw on that. We will be drawing at the end of this. So I actually saw a comment the other day that someone said it was pointless that I was doing this mystery wheel and shit, and that I should be doing more for snowboarding. Yeah, okay. All right. What else do you want me to do? Let's see. I've been donating to, different shops. I've been helping out the local community. I've been helping out the local snowboarders. I've been providing you guys with content. I don't really know what the fuck else I could fucking do. I mean, Kevin and I actually broke social isolation so that we could record a podcast for you guys, because I can trace back for almost 2 weeks every person I had an interaction with. And so I haven't gotten the Rona yet. Okay, what else we got going on here? Vanessa Tracy with the PSA. Tinder has been on fire. Oh, people are getting thirsty. Girls that wouldn't even talk to me like months ago. Hey, what are you doing? How you doing? What's going on? And I'm like, do you need toilet paper? What do you need? Do you know I have supplies? I have a lot of supplies. After all, I think I just bought like 25 pounds of frozen meat just to be safe. Good. Some people say that's hoarding, but I was like, that 25 pounds of meat, that's going to last me till August. I'm not going to have to buy meat again. It's amazing. Okay. Mark DeCorso, have you had a chance to ride any 2021 boards? When do you typically test them? Usually I'd be riding them right now. I've ridden about 31 2021 products. So that Borealis, the Leviathan over here, which you can hardly see, but Chad's holding it. So I've been riding that. Looks like the fall, if everything opens and I can get out and ride, it's just going to be a mad scramble for me to ride as much stuff early season and get those reviews done. So, yeah. So, okay. Eugene Archibald, I'm looking for a tree board in California, heavy wet power, need a tighter side cut, currently riding on a Jones Ultra Mountain Twin 164 wide, and a 2020 flagship 169 wide, love them both. I'm 210 with a size 14 foot. Oh, God. The size 14. You know, Ride Super Pig might work for you. Get you that volume shift in there. Either that or maybe like a Nidecker Mellow. The 14 is going to be the issue in what size you end up with on the stuff. I mean, you could probably get away with a Mountain Pig, but I'm not a big fan of that board compared to the Super Pig. That really stands out. I mean, you could say fuck it and just get a K2 Cool Bean and go really volume shifted as well. That would be another option for you. Or you could maybe do like a Nitro Banker or a Squash, or what the fuck is the other one? The Fin Twin or the Quiver. Is it the Quiver? Yeah, it's the Quiver, not the Cannon. Yeah. So you got a few options there. Okay, PSA from Michael Kulig. If anyone needs goggles, Evo has Smith Squad XLs for around 75, 2 pairs of ChromaPop lenses included. And if you are going to do that, you can just click through the affiliate links listed in the description of this video, and that would help us out a little bit, and you're helping out snowboarding, and you get goggles. So, yeah, Okay, Ian the Welshman, any advice on what I should use and how to remove edge oxidation, please? You know those little green Scotch-Brite pads you use to scour dishes? Throw it in your board bag with you, and you just get it a little wet, and you just go right down, and that'll take it right off, and then you can take a gummy stone after that if you really need to, and that'll do it. The big thing is, remember to wipe your board down when you put it away, and in your case, because you don't go all the time, pop your bindings off and wipe down underneath your bindings. They actually have trapped moisture in there, and you'll see it leak out. I mean, I've taken the bindings off boards that have been sitting for like 3 months, and there's still moisture under there. So just a little quick tip there. Okay. Jack Ripper, we love the wheel. They can dive gonorrhea and rotten hell. Damn right. Vincent Dew, why do people still rave about Helix and Twin Pigs? I've always had this theory that people that buy a crap board don't want to admit that they bought a crap board because then they look like a sucker. So they're like, it's the greatest thing ever. And it's not. I mean, those boards definitely fit a certain type of rider. The Twin Pig could be better for what it is. The Helix, I understand who it's for. I don't like it. It's not for everyone. It's not for how they market it. If they would tweak their marketing a little bit better, it would be better. So, yeah, that's about all I can say there. Okay. Kanto. Hey, Kevin and Angry. I'm looking for some bindings to pair with my Super Pig. Looking at the Katana, Targa, Malavita, and Now Drive. Thoughts? I think the Targa and the Now Drive are too much binding for that board, personally. The Katana, Malavita might be a little too soft, so maybe a Cartel if you stick with Burton. But the Katana, tits money on that. If you're looking for something a little bit different, like maybe a K2 lean AT, because then you got the possibility to tweak it. If you are looking at now bindings, you could do a Recon, but I'd say probably an IPO would fit on that better, or maybe a Brigade. So there's your options. Vincent Dew, so you make some money from things in the web store even if it's not the reviewed item? Yeah, basically, if you see any of those links and you click it, it takes you there. In the way the cookies duration works and stuff, and you buy something, I get a credit for it. With Evo, it's like an 8% commission on there. That's, it's a non-guaranteed revenue stream for us. It's just something that we do. It's there. I mean, if you guys choose to do that, awesome. If you don't, it's not. I don't really like being over the top and pushing it and being like, you guys have to do this. It's like, it's just sitting there. So, yeah. Let's see. Alex Zubra, just ordered a Yes Jackpot. Looking for bindings for it. Looking at Now Brigades, Bent Metal Binding Works, Logix. Any other suggestions? Logix would be solid. Rather than Brigades for the Jackpot, I'd go with the Now Times Yes instead. A little bit more of a tweaky high back on that. You could do K2 Formula, Ride, EX, Rome DOD would be solid for that. Burton Malavita for that board. And I'll throw Union Force in there as well. So you got some options. Okay. Kanto is also asking Kevin, just thanks for the recommendations. Is it worth spending the extra $70 for the black labels over the Katana? So the big difference between the Katana and the black label is the high back. Is it enough for most people to warrant it? Honestly, probably not. I have 3 pairs of black labels. I love the way that binding rides for me and how it fits my needs. Do I think it is an overpriced binding for most people? Yes, I do. It is definitely a showcase binding. For most people, I think the Katana would be fine. Save the $70, put it towards a season pass purchase so you can go snowboard more. So that would be my 2 cents on that. Okay. Let's see. Ding Kang. So my Quiver now are Commissioner and Simulator. Got Commissioner for plowing. Did I miss it with the Mountain Pig? No! I like the Commissioner more than the Mountain Pig. You really didn't miss it. It's just a little bit more of a lively board, which is good. I mean, unless you really want a damp board that just feels like a stiff-ass plank under your feet. No, I like having a little bit of liveliness and a little more torsional flex in a board, because then you can really twist it when you drive a carve. And I think the Commissioner is a better board. Plus, when you get into icier conditions, that top sheet on everything, it just chops through it better. It really does. So I think you're good. Let's see. All right. Okay. Okay. Let's see. Vincent, dude, nice. Longboard season is coming. Blue Tomato it is. Oh, yeah, baby. Oh, yeah. All right. Let's see. We've got a super chat from Ian the Welshman. Fancy another spin of the wheel. All right, buddy. Let's do this. Lose a turn. All right. We got Tom T for a new van or such. All right. Let's see what we got here. All right, Tom T. Jumbo sticker pack. You know the drill. Email me info@angrysnowboarder and remind me of what your address is so that I can send you a jumbo sticker pack, which I know I've sent you one in the past. So, yeah. Vincent Dew, would the War Orca be an ASIM? If it was, it would be a directional ASIM, and I don't really know if we want to go that way. Yeah, all right. Let's see. I think we're kind of catching up on questions here. Oh, PSA from our boy Kevin. I designed a War Orca purely based on the name. Pigtail and camber, orca nose and side cut. Where's the stance pack on that, Kevin? And are there slam backs? So you got to slam back your War Orca. All right. I think we're kind of catching up on questions. So if you got more, make sure you put them over in the chat over there. We definitely want to keep that going for you. You will get that new podcast from Kevin and I in audio form on Monday, and then the segments will start dropping sometime after that. So, yeah. DJ Frank, is the GNU Newzoid volume shifted? Not really. It's just a little bit wider. It's not what you'd consider a true volume shift. It's like a medium volume shift, so you could ride it like maybe 2 to 4 centimeters smaller than it, but not like a drastic like 8 to 10 centimeter volume shift. Tina and Craig, mate versus gangplank. So you're looking at two really different boards in there. I mean, I know they're both like parkish boards. The mate is a little more all mountain. It's going to be a stiffer board. It's going to have a camber profile that you really have to load on it, where the gangplank is going to be a little softer, a little more playful out in the tips, and just overall, it's got that flat to rocker profile in there. It's just going to be a little bit different. All right, Wayne McKenzie, props to the altar. All right, Wayne, sticker envelope for you if you want it. You know the drill. Email me with your address, and I'll get that in there and to the mail. Yeah. But yeah. All right. Ding Kang, do you do other sports? There's no other sports. I don't do sports. Spin again. Realistically. All right, you're going in the chance draw. I don't really do much other stuff than snowboard. It's so funny. Like, this is so weird to me to have a season end without injury this early because, you know, normally I'd be riding until probably the end of May. Usually about like the third week of May is when I just like, I've had enough, and then I sleep for about 2 weeks. And then I sit around on my ass for another 2 weeks, and then I start working out. Like, my big thing is just like going to the gym and working out and reading and just trying to mentally get into a whole thing. And I'm really pissed that gyms are closed right now, but I get it. I'm fine. I'm trying to work out at home. It's really sad. I have a backpack with like 25 pounds of water bottles in it that are filled, and I lift that every day doing different things. But yeah, it's I don't know. I thought about getting back into skateboarding this summer. We'll see what I do. I might need to. Nothing like slamming yourself into concrete for a couple months to build your tolerance up for slamming into snow. Okay. Rubo Eris, Rome Warden or $40 more for the National? I like the Warden. I own a Warden. It comes down to flex. The National will be stiffer. It will have higher end materials in it. It carves a little different. It has more pop for sure. In it, it comes down to what you really want. They're both good boards. They both just fit a price point. I like my boards a little more playful for what they were, for why I got the Warden. So it comes down to it. Let's see. Xpantera 13X. Did you try shred soles, insoles? What are your thoughts about them? I think they work if you have the right type of foot for them. Nate has sent me a few pairs. The arch is too high for what I need. That's why I go with Remind. But for those of you with a higher arch, it also has a deeper heel pocket. I feel like they'd be better for someone with a high arch, narrower heel versus someone like me that's got a wider heel and a flatter foot. But I fully back them. I fully back shred soles. Not even getting paid to endorse them. I back them. I think they're solid. So yeah. And Funk Farmer reiterates that point. Shred sucks for flat, wide feet like me. Remind is way better. Exactly. And that's the big thing, is finding that aftermarket insole that fits your foot shape and stuff. So yeah. So let's see. Jack Ripper, I've been skating since I can't surf. Good for the legs and some cardio. That is very true. I actually drove by the Frisco skate park and the kids were out there. It's clear and they were pumping around. So I'm thinking I might go down there and just ride around the outside. It's like a pump track and just build some cardio. Yeah. Jack Ripper, if you could go ride at any resort right now in the world, fresh foot of power, where are you going? Copper. Not a doubt in my mind. Fucking roll into Copper, walk into Gravity, tie my boots, say hi to Dylan, Steve, John, Haley, slap him a high five, probably run into Petey, the fucking Yes Jones Now rep. He and I'd go hit American Eagle and go up and go out drain pipe and fucking rip a fucking fat slash and cut back across the cat track, go out the one access gate, go hit the power line, cut back in, pump back, take H-air. Fucking be great. Probably lose them at that point. I'd shoot out Union Meadows. Be fucking great. It's not a place. There's no resort I want to ride more right now than what's in my fucking backyard. And that's, I miss it. And I was talking to the homies about it today. We will shred again, but Copper's where I want to fucking be. So, yeah. Whew. Okay. Michael Kulig. Looks like the Project X and the Strata shared the same mold for 2021. Is that ever done? Oh, my God, dude. Oh, fuck. I wish I had it out right now. So the Borealis has a board called the Shaman, and then Kemper has a board called the Screamer, and then Niche has the Story. It is the exact same mold on all three of those boards, even though the Niche is coming from a different factory because Niche opened a mold at GP87. Dude, I can't tell you how many times I've ridden boards from factories that the people just cataloged it and picked a board out of a catalog, and it was basically that. I mean, I think like the Dinosaurs Will Die Mate is actually an Outsiders with a different flex pattern. Dude, there's a lot of overlap. Like when you look at companies that are produced at other companies' factories, you can see that. If you didn't catch those Cockerel reviews I did right at the start of quarantine, they're just nitro boards. They're nitro boards with different cores in them. But I mean, they were a Nitro Prime, a Wood Carver, and Cheap Thrills, and they just stole the shapes from Nitro. So yeah. Vincent how much product did you push for Nidecker? Ask them to put an anchor graphic on their tracer. I don't want an anchor graphic on the tracer. Honestly, right now, low estimate, I maybe moved probably like $25,000 worth of Nidecker product for them, would be my guess. I could really go back and tell, and if I did a deep dive and audited everything. Okay. Oh. Fletchtown, given that you have mountains on your doorstep, are you walking them for exercise right now? Great isolation exercise, surely. You get a story. So the stories are now off the board after this. So here's the thing. I go out at night when no one's around. Like between 11 and 1 a.m. and walk around town up and down the hills and stuff. I don't go to the resort. The resort's still buried under. It was snowing today. We probably got like 4 inches again today. So it's not. My big thing is like if people see you hiking stuff, then they think they can go do it. Then you got more people, and people in Denver get really stupid and come up here and just stupid stuff. And it's like we need to be isolating. So I'm trying not to do things where people can see it. Like walking around a town at night. The other night, the only other person that was walking was the beat cop checking on businesses and stuff. So yeah, there you go. Let's see. Oh, I promised you a story on this too. So trying to think of a good one. I thought I had one earlier and I can't remember what it was I was going to talk about, but it was story time with Uncle Avran. What the fuck was it? Oh, I guess I'll tell you the time I fell in the bear cave at A Basin. That was pretty funny. So there's actually a bear cave on the backside of A Basin. If you on Montezuma Bowl, you have to traverse out to get to it, and then you have to keep traversing even further than you think. And it's a mound of rocks when you're coming in from it. It's what it looks like. It's like a little knoll with a mound of rocks, and people always go over it and drop off of it. Well, I dropped off of it and slid back because like the snow was so heavy into the bear cave, and the bear was in there, and I was like, oh Jesus, oh fuck. Luckily, I did not wake it up, but I fell into a bear cave. Definitely don't recommend it. Don't fall into bear caves. So, but it was kind of funny because I was like, oh, I guess you should have no problem, and I figured I would fly out far enough, and it was like because it angled, so I came off and just basically slid back in, then had to unstrap and climb back out. Vincent Dew, time to work on your biography. I've been working on the book that I've been told to write since I was 27 years old, so that's 10 years that I've procrastinated it. I think I wrote like 2,000 words the other night. I just got a hair up my ass and sat down, and now I'm not writing anything. Every time I sit down, I feel like I write like shit, and I get in my head, and then it sucks. Yeah. Let's see. David Barnes, I'm off for my 2 bottles of Zima as instructed by Father Avran. Repent for your sins. Repent. Okay. Let's see. Ding Kang's asking for beefier freestyle boards for larger jumps. Interior Plane Project Honolulu. Current year's Indoor Survival from Capita has titanial struts in it. It's actually stiffer than what they claim. You'll notice that when you ride it. It's beefy. You could do a DOA. Ride Burnout. K2. Is it? No, it's not the broadcast. It's the After Black. Is that what it is? I think. Well, maybe it is the broadcast. You could get away with that. But yeah, that one. You could do a LibTech E-Jackknife if you really wanted to, or a LibTech TRS HP. Rome Stale, Mod Stale. That's going to be a little beefier. Even a National from Rome if you want to. Jones Mountain Twin or Ultra Mountain Twin if you really want to go snappy. And stiffer. Nitro, you're looking at like a T1, maybe a T3 if you want to go there, or the Super Team as well. So hopefully that answers that question. Okay. Kento, whatever happened to the Rome Mod Rocker? Is it called something else now? They pulled it out of the line and it's gone. But 2021, they're bringing it back and they're calling it the Party Mod. And you better believe I'm probably fucking buying one. Like, I am so excited that they're bringing that back. Yeah. So, okay. Let's see. Let's see. I want cupcakes. No, I don't. No, I'm going to get fat if I eat cupcakes. Okay. All right. Healthy Snowboarder representing Summit County. Super pumped for the 2020-2021 season. Stoke is through the roof. Hopefully you're healthy enough to get back out there and do it. I'm looking forward to it. You know, whatever this new normal is, just got to kind of roll with the punches for what the next year brings us. But if we can get the resorts open and things can get some sense of normalcy, I am looking so fucking forward to snowboarding. Can't wait to go ride Copper or even a basin. Just looking for it. Let's see. I think we're kind of catching up on questions. So, yeah. You know the drill. People put the questions over there if you want them answered. And I will get to them as soon as possible. Okay, Vincent Dew. Saw Tracer 161 for 250, but I'm down to 180 pounds already. Would it kill me? No, that board's actually it rides more like an area. It's not like a concept. Like if it was a concept, I'd say you'd probably be screwed. But the Tracer, I think you'd probably be actually fine. So yeah. Jeff Drummy, what do you think of Loveland? I love that place when I do go over there. I've always had good times on there, as long as I time it right, because sometimes you can get socked in with bad weather. So, yeah. John Sutcliffe with the PSA. Cardrona, New Zealand says it's definitely business as usual. Well, fuck yeah. That's good news. I wanted to hear that. John, I hope you're doing well down there. I hope your business rebounds. If you need anything from me, reach out. But I'm hoping that New Zealand rebounds. I really would like to see that. I'm almost tempted to take a trip and put myself in quarantine for 14 days when I get there so I can enjoy another 14 days on the hill. Yeah. No, I think we're going to see – the big thing is if there's a second spike or when there's a second spike. That's what we got to worry about. We need to try to build things up for that. But, you know, try to be optimistic, go from there, and, yeah. We'll go from there. Okay, this is a really good question from Teen and Krieg. How much better are Icon lift lines than Epic lift lines? As long as you're not on a weekend. Weekends suck. Here's the big thing. So Christmas week here, Breckenridge, I think, was reporting 27,000 people on the mountain and lift line queues that were up to 40 minutes in spots. Copper reported 16,000 people on the hill on their busiest day. And the lift line, I know for a fact, I did not wait more than 10 minutes to get on. So, you know, so it's a completely different beast. I mean, you got to look at the numbers. Vail sold 1.3 million Epic passes, and Icon sold 300,000 Icon passes. I mean, that's a huge difference in numbers. And it's also just how they run things. Like what I like about Icon is almost all their resorts have the Eurogate with the auto scanner. So it's just like beep, beep, beep. And Epic was still hand scanning and stuff like that. And, you know, once people start to learn like how the auto scanner works, it just, you can figure out how to zip through the line and cut people and do what you need to do. And anyone that says Copper has no parking has clearly never been to Copper. There's a full fucking parking lot. You get out, you walk, you get on the bus, you're there. Or you do what I do. I bought a season's pass parking pass for $300, split it with my boy Bruce. That thing fucking paid for itself after 6 days. I love being able to just roll up, park front row, and just walk right out, walk through the village and be on the chair. Totally worth the convenience factor of that. Okay. Let's see. Oh. Michael Kulig, Avran, do you do street? Ever tried downhill skateboarding? You can do downhill in Summit County from Copper to Frisco. The bike path is all downhill, except for 2 spots where it goes up, but then it drops right back down. So if you time it right, you'll make it up and over on there. So if you really want to go bomb, it's nice. The problem is you've got a downhill into a sharp, hard right turn, and sometimes fat people walk slow in the fucking bike path. So you got to watch out that you don't fucking cream them. Yeah. All right. Okay. There we go. PSA from Patrick Knoll. Even my worst day at Winter Park this year, I waited less than 20 minutes. Saturday Pow Day. Yeah. So, all right. All right. Tom T. Here's 4 tacos for Brucey. Please consider making a serious top 5 for burnout recovery tips. You've been through a lot, and I have hit the wall over here. Depends what kind of burnout you're talking about. No, I'll add a sticker into your jumbo. So, I think we all kind of experience burnout. Next month is going to be an interesting month for what Kevin and I are doing with Angry. We're going to try to do a few more podcasts and whatnot. So there will be more daily content, I think, for you guys to consume. Hopefully, just talking snowboarding and whatnot. Because I've been getting a bunch of angry little fucking bitchy ass emails. You should be doing this. Well, I don't see you doing anything. I'm over here doing it. Big thing, if you have burnout, just turn the fucking internet off. Go pick up like a 1,000-page book and just read it. I will have something, if you do not turn the internet off for you guys, I will be dropping Breckenridge Nightscape with some jazz that I shot the other day. About an hour, just some mellow-ass jazz music. You can just put it on in the background, listen to that too for you guys having burnout. And I'm working on another one. I took the GoPro and put it on my head and walked around downtown at night with while it was snowing. So it's just a nighttime snowy stroll through Breckenridge, which got ruined by some fucking influencers lighting smoke bombs off in the middle of Main Street and trying to take photos while I was walking, which is fucking weird. But yeah. Stefan Sandstrom. I'm 5'8", 154 pounds. Always been riding 155, 156. I ride pretty aggressively. Tempted to try a longer deck, 58, 59, 60. Would I regret it? Still want to gym and play, but speed and key is pop. You're going to have to press a little bit harder, and your swing weight will change on that. I wouldn't say jump up to a 160 right away, but I'd say go to the 58 because, you're only going to go up 2 to 3 centimeters, and that will definitely help you out a little bit better than that. And it shouldn't be like so massive that you've got so much more extra edge and you're driving so further out at the tip and the tail to steer the board, if that makes sense. All right. Okay. Patrick Elsner. Want to add a party type fun board for my quiver. Been looking at a battalion party wave, battalion camel toe, and a K2 party platter for groomers, trees, and POW in Europe. What do you get? Get the CT. Get the CT. It's not a full-blown party board, but it will slay POW. Like the party wave will slay POW too. It's more of a party board, but I think the CT is just a more balanced board than anything. The new party platter is more twin than anything, and people still hold on to what it was before they tweaked it. And it's really more of a freestyle board these days. Okay, let's see. Let's see. Yeah, I think we're kind of caught up on those questions. Switch flip, what's good, Avran? If I get a trampoline will my edges rip the mat? Do they actually help you learn flips? So what's going to happen is you're going to go on there. If you don't duct tape your edges, you will slit the cover of the trampoline. That happened to a friend of mine growing up. He slid it with his snowboard, then his sister went out there with his other sister and went to super bouncer, and it ripped and she fell right through. So it will. So remember to duct tape your edges. But the big thing is they're so slick on the surface that when you go to flip, you're slipping out every time, and it's going to cause you to pre-spin. You're probably going to land on your neck or the back of your shoulders. The better thing that you could do rather than get a snowboard is take like an old skateboard deck and just max your stance out to what it is and screw some shoes in there and go with that because it's wood, it's a little more beveled and stuff like that. Or just it'll teach you aerial awareness, but it's not going to teach you how to take off or land. That's going to be the big thing, the big difference. It'll teach you the motions in there. So you got to realize like you can pick up bad habits from a trampoline. All right. Ooh, all right. Okay, Michael Kulig was going to buy an additional local mountain pass on top of my usual snowshoe Altera pass. Reading deeper, they're going to charge you an additional $39 a day if you go on a Saturday. What the fuck? How? What? What kind of shenanigans is that bullshit? You buy a season pass, there shouldn't be like any stipulation to charge you more to go on a Saturday. Fuck that. Fuck them. They're gonna have to rethink that plan. That just sounds stupid as fuck. Oh my god, that's some really dumb shit right there. What the? Who the fuck came up with that idea in marketing? That person needs to be kicked in the dick. Elliot Golland, I'm looking to change my boots. I ride most of the groomers, but I also like riding in the park. As an instructor, my boots that tend to get soft really quick. Any suggestions? Yeah, if you live and work in your boots at the mountain, always get a stiffer boot than you think. And here's the reason. A boot will never be as stiff as the day you try it on. After you start riding it, it's going to progressively soften up. There's a reason I ride a super stiff boot, because I know by the end of the season, when I just want to do slushy party boarding laps and hit park, it's going to be a soft, playful boot. And that's why I do it. So buy a stiffer boot than you think you need, because after about 10 to 15 days, it's going to break into where you thought you wanted it. And then another 10 to 15 days, it's going to be softer again. So you basically buy a beefier boot for it. And obviously, the best boot is the one that fits your foot and fits your needs. The other thing that you could do is get 2 pairs of boots. That way, you have your odd day, even day boot. You just rotate between the 2 of them, and that way they don't break in as fast. And just buy 2 pairs of the exact same boot. That would be so. Yeah. All right. All right. All right. Switch flip. I want to learn how to do rodeos on the trampoline better, so it won't work for that. It will work for that. It'll teach you the muscle memory of how to get the rotation. It's not going to teach you how to land on a snowboard. It's going to teach you how to land like a fucking gymnast. It's going to teach you how to take off like a gymnast. You're not learning how to take off the lip. Those are the 2 big differences, but the aerial awareness is there, and it helps with that core strengthening and muscle memory. Let's see. Okay. Okay. I think we're caught up on those questions. So if you got more questions, plop them over there. This has been a really unexciting chat. I can't believe we haven't gone above 80 people in here. It's really weird. Are you guys getting burned out with me doing so many live streams? Should I cut back to once a week? I'm thinking of cutting back to once a week for next month at least. So maybe that'll be something that we need to do. I don't really know. I do know that Kevin and I are going to try to live stream together in the same room. So you guys can ask questions to us, at least that way. And hopefully that will work out. Okay, Stefan Sandstrom, which are your favorite bindings? Any opinion on now bindings? Got plenty of opinions on now bindings. I love Skate Tech. I think that it works. It changes the power dynamic from power transmission from toe to heel and downward pressure into the edge. I actually almost switched fully 100% to now bindings this year, but then I ended up going to Rome. My favorite bindings right now are the Rome Black Label. Why? Because after riding them, I was like, this is the binding I've wanted for years, and that's kind of where I'm at with it. I'll ride the 3 pairs I have now. I will probably ride those for the next 3 or 4 seasons, and then I will move on to something else. Maybe I'll go back to K2 if they get rid of canting in their bindings. God, I would love for them to get rid of canting in their bindings. All right. All right, yes. Carmelo Plucino just scored a 2020 Yes Basic. Can you recommend a binding? I'm a 220-pound guy. I'm an old guy at 50. I basically do resort riding. Get yourself a Now IPO. It's going to match perfectly well with that. If you can't do that, a Burton Cartel, a K2 Formula, a Ride EX. I think those are the bindings right there that would be perfect for that board for you. Okay, B-Man 1818, what everyday and low light lens and brand do you prefer if you wear goggles? Almost all my goggles now have turned into Dragons. I have a friend that worked at a goggle shop here, and Dragons fit my face, and I like the optical quality with them since I got eye surgery and whatnot, but he worked down there, and he would just sell me, he would get stuff for weird contests and stuff, so he'd sell them to me for cheap. So I've pretty much gone to all Dragon on there. Like I got NFXs, NX2s, NFX2s. I got like 4 pairs of Dragons. That's pretty much all I wear. All right. Oof. John Sutcliffe, could you uncant K2 bindings by sanding down one of the tripucks on the leans and the other one? Yes, possibly, but on the formulas or the indies, which I actually like, I can't. You'd have to angle plane the whole base, and that's just you're asking for problems at that point. Also, for anyone that's just tuning in, remember, if you're struggling to get food or you can't afford it, reach out to us. We will try to do what we can, where we can to help you guys. I'm trying to make sure people are fed, taken care of, whatnot. So, yeah, there we go. I think we're kind of caught up on those questions. Jack Ripper, I want to try Dragon goggles. Out of those you mentioned, any that you prefer? I mean, I think I go back more to like the NXs and the NX2s more than anything, more than the NFX. The NFX, I believe, is the flat one, if I remember correctly on there. And I like a more spherical lens. So, yeah. Yeah, so there. I think that's kind of it for that. We're an hour and 10 minutes in. So, yeah. Ooh, Carmelo Plucino, any thoughts on the bent metal joint on the Yes Basic? Local shop has a pair super cheap. That would work. The big issue with the joint that I've discovered is there's something with the injection mold on the heel cup. So if a low swinging chair hits them, and it would crack the high back in there from time to time. So that's something you got to be aware of. I've seen a few of those break. That would be my only issue. Tom T, what European link for Capita 21 B-Sod or Simulator? I don't really know what the European stores would have. Which one? I don't know. I mean, there's Blue Tomato, there's Boards, or there's Warehouse One. I try Blue Tomato, I guess. Unfortunately, like European affiliates working with me as an American, it's like I'm like, huh? Okay, trying to figure it out. Yeah. Let's see. Let's see. B-Man 1818, Kevin, Angry, do you have any fogging problems? The only time I really have fogging problems is if I eat shit in deep pow and I'm breathing heavy. The big thing that I like is all these quick release goggles. If they have like a little flip to, that's what I like about the Dragons, is if I start to fog up, I can unclick one side on the quick tab and pull the lens out, and the air will vent through, and then I can close it back up and it goes back to normal. Let's see. Okay. Vanessa Tracy, are trigger mitts still cool? Did they ever become uncool? I love trigger mitts because it's always hilarious when you go like this to someone. They're like, "What are you doing?" You're like, "I'm flipping you off," but you can still point at them when you get really pissed off. Actually pissed. Someone took one of my good fucking goat leather Hestra trigger mitts. I don't know where the fuck it went. Those things were just getting broken in, and I would probably own them for the next 20 fucking years, and they were so worn. Ugh. Okay. Let's see. FBS been have ridden Union Forces for 6 seasons, thinking of changing out. Suggestions. Burton Cartel, if you want to go to Unibody or K2 Formula, you could do like a ride rodeo as well. If you went to Union, I'd probably go with an IPO or not Union. Now I would go with an IPO or a Brigade. Flux, maybe the XF or is it SF is the one underneath it? I can't fucking remember their names. It's always confusing. You could look at Fix if you really wanted to, something like the Magnum or maybe a Truce as well. Yeah. Okay. Michael Kulig, are there certain lenses, base colors that agree with lighter eyes better than others? So lighter eyes tend to have more light transmission coming in. They're more susceptible to it. So like a blue eye, which is what I have. So I tend to ride a darker lens even on overcast days. So you want to make sure, the big thing is looking at light transmission and how things go through, and that will make the difference for it for sure. Okay. Who the fuck's sending me messages? All right. Well,